go to the gym and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I feel like there should be a disclaimer. This body was not gotten in the gym, but I'm
Yeah,
still working in the gym.
exactly.
Something that is there. Yeah.
What's wrong with being honest? Like
Being
what's
honest
wrong with
about
that?
it.
I'm
Yeah, because
telling
I
you.
feel like getting a BBL and all of that is kind of seen as it's not nothing special anymore. It's
That
kind of seen as
yeah.
everyone's
Yeah,
doing it.
everyone's doing
So
it.
it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, so there's not as much to say, like, yeah, I got it done. And people who still want to follow you will still follow you.
Exactly.
People who want to get it naturally will just move on and find a better suitable page for them. So yeah.
Man. You spitting facts. What okay, so for all the females and even males, if they want to, also sift through the nonsense, what would you say is like the top three things you look for? You mentioned one, which was the form. They would have the wrong form. Yeah. How can they know? How can they spot a fake?
You know what? That's a difficult thing because
Yeah.
if you're not someone who knows about the form and stuff like that, you see someone doing that, you just feel okay, that looks right because
Yeah.
people do it with so much confidence that you're like, yeah, that's right.
Right.
But I'll say, look at the form, and the one thing I did when looking at the form was go to multiple people's TikToks and see if
Mm,
everyone was doing it the same. So when you're looking at how everyone's doing it, if you see, for example, if you follow this one person and
yeah.
their form looks different from everybody else's, they might be doing it
Maybe
wrong.
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a big thing. Or for example, in my gym, I'm not sure how it is in America, but in my gym we have a lot of personal trainers or people who just work in the gym. So I would say become best friends with them because it's very
Yeah.
helpful. You,
Yeah.
you you could be, they can just see you and they can see that you're doing it wrong, and they'll just come up to you and say, "Do you know what, you're doing it wrong, you're gonna hurt yourself, this is
Yeah.
how you should do it." I've learned a lot from just talking to random people in the gym
Mm,
and asking them, okay, how do I do this? Or can you watch me and see if I'm doing it right? If I'm
yeah.
not doing it right, can you teach me how to do it better? There's absolutely
Mm.
nothing wrong with talking to people in the gym. I've made quite good friends from just
I
random
saw your
people.
TikTok. Yeah, you have like they're spotting you and everything. I
Yeah,
saw that.
like, yeah, it's just about being confident and being comfortable in the gym. I feel very comfortable in the gym now, and again, it's not the same for everybody else because a lot of people obviously might not feel comfortable and confident. So I understand that, but making friends with people in the gym, very
Mm.
helpful. Um, Second thing I look for in people, TikTok people, is are they doing it for aesthetics or are they actually doing it to train people? Because a lot of
Mm.
people are doing it because, okay, I look good,
Yeah,
my body
yeah.
looks good, so let me just show it to the world. And fair enough, I
Ooh.
love that for you. But is this something that you're actually genuinely trying to train people and trying to teach people how to do things? Or is it a thing of my body looks good, let me show it off?
Mm.
So that's another thing I look for. And then the
Facts.
last thing I look for is I always go to people's comments and see what people are saying. It sounds really weird, but
That's
when
yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
when I go on comments and I see people say, "Oh, I tried this and it worked for me,"
Yeah.
or if multiple people are saying, "Yeah, this does actually work for me,"
Mm.
I'm like, okay, that they're probably doing it right. So
Mm.
let me also try and incorporate what you're doing in my regime as well.
Oh man, you gave some amazing tips. Like I never thought of this, but you're exactly right. The comments, looking at the forms, why
Yeah,
the purpose behind the recording. Are you really trying to help? Or are you just trying
yeah.
to show your booty?
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with showing
Yeah,
your butt.
yeah,
If you work hard for it, show it off. I like, as a girl, I still
yeah,
like to say it. I'm like,
yeah.
wow, well done. But if you're just doing it for the sake of just showing it,
Right.
then
It could be a red flag that
yeah, it
isn't.
could be like,
Yeah.
you're not trying to teach me. You're just trying to, show, and that's
Hmm.
fine. That people who just want to show on
Yeah.
TikTok, that's fine. You have your own audience. That's cool. But I'm trying to
I'm trying to learn.
encourage. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to teach you. I'm trying to learn
Exactly.
and get better in myself and better at the gym. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
find the right people is definitely important. Yeah.
Whew, I love it. I love it. You spitting out a lot of things that I wish I had asked other people. But for some reason you're pulling these questions out of me today. I don't know. Hey, Timmy, you
I'm just
got me.
like,
Hey, no. You got me on the roll. Like I'm loving this. Okay, so you mentioned your mom and you
yeah,
mentioned how you're getting her into,
yeah.
fitness and things of that nature. How did that come about? Like, how did you how were you able to, because that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to get someone else on the journey, especially your mom. I'm trying to get my mom on the journey, and it's hard. How
Yeah.
how, how did, if you can explain how that went, how her journey is, and how that trying to get her to come into this fitness journey, how was that experience, and what made it possible for you to
Yeah.
even have that happen? Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom is like me. So since she's been a kid, she grew into her body quickly. She's
Mm.
she's not a skinny person. She's always been a curvy person. When we were when I was gonna say when we were kids, no, when I was a kid, you know what? Because I look at my mom as like my older sister, so
Yeah.
sometimes I get confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but when I was a little kid, my mom she was bigger, and
Mm.
I wouldn't say she was obese, but she was bigger.
Mm.
And then when we moved into the UK as a little kid, the lifestyle change in terms of being, because we came from Nigeria, so lifestyle change of being in Nigeria, and you don't drive anywhere, you don't walk anywhere, you drive everywhere, but
Yeah.
so it's easy to put on weight. When
Yeah.
we came to the UK, reality hit, and people don't drive, that people walk
Mm.
everywhere. People are chasing the bus, people are doing a lot of things. So, we had to, during when we first, I was in the first few years when we came, my mom lost quite a lot of weight.
Mm.
But then now, because we're used to the lifestyle,
Yeah.
that weight then gained. And me and my mom have both been on this gym journey for as long as I can remember. We both, there was a time when I was in sixth form, we always went to gym together. Like after
Wow.
work, after school, she'll pick me up, we'll go to the gym together. Um, and I'll say over the past few years, she's kind of started to
Uh,
be the last thing on her mind, because she was going through a lot of things. Work is a lot for her.
mhm.
Um, and then I was like, nope, I'm sticking to it. I want to get to that. Yeah,
Mm.
I am a prime time in my life, and I'm at a point where I just want to get into a routine as I'm getting older, because if I lose this routine now, it's impossible to
It's
get back.
impossible. Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm sticking to it. And I think once my mom started to see changes in my body, and once she's actually seen that I've actually, in this process of getting to where I want to be,
Mm.
we had a really nice chat. And she said to me, again, as a woman, so she's obviously going through this hormonal imbalance, and they're
Mm.
giving her all these things. Those things can make you drastically add weight. And we had a conversation, and she said to me, do you know what? I want to get back into gym. I want to lose weight, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I had to tell her, do you know what? Going to gym is not going to make you lose weight.
Mm.
You're going to get into a routine, fair enough. But one thing I realized is losing weight is 70% of what you eat,
Mm.
and 30% of actually gymming. So you can go to gym every single day, twice a day, and
True.
not any weight. Because if you come back
True.
home and you eat a pizza, or you eat fish and chips, or you're just wasting your time on
Just
your
wasting
energy.
your time. Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I was like, okay, mom, together we'll work on what we eat. So now we're like
Mm.
accountable partners.
I
So I'm
love
like,
that.
send me a picture of your breakfast, send me a picture of your lunch,
Oh.
send me a picture of your dinner. And like at first she was like, leave me alone, you're annoying me, you're getting on my nerves. But I was like, mom, if you want to do this, we need to do it together. So I do the same. I'll send her a picture of my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner.
Yeah.
Obviously sometimes I have little snacks in between that I don't send her.
Yeah.
But
Ah, you wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
but majority of the time I will send her like, this is what I've eaten, and this is, so we both know what's going on. And we started going to gym together. So we'll go to the gym. Like, I can't train with her 24/7 because I'm not a personal trainer. So I'm like, sometimes
Mm.
everyone gets someone who's a professional that
Yeah.
will actually help you.
Mhm.
And also, if I'm training you, I'm not training myself.
True.
So
True. True.
yeah. So I was like, okay, we'll go to the gym like 2-3 times a week together. And she loves it. It's not only just, going to gym to work out, it's a way of me and my mom just bonding as well, because
Wow.
we're so close. It's just a thing, another thing on top of all the things we do together that brings us closer together. So yeah, she's been loving the gym journey. I don't expect her to be doing running for 40 minutes on the treadmill, or
Right.
she absolutely hates the stairmaster. She
Oh, she
can't
hit it.
stand it. She will literally, if I say, "Mom, we're doing the stairmaster today," she'll be like, "I'm going home." She's not doing it. But no, I'm seeing her like get more confident in the gym, and doing things outside of her comfort zone, which is a big thing. My
Yeah.
mom doesn't do anything she doesn't know. So yeah, no. So it's
Ooh.
it's just being accountable for what we're doing, and watching her to what she's doing, and she's
Mhm.
very strict with me, even though she's not as strict on herself as she is with me.
Oh.
So yeah.
I love that, because again, it's I think it's really hard to change the older you get.
Yeah.
The older you get, it's so hard. Like, trying to convince your parents to start a fitness journey, or to even buy a pet or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's like trying to tell them,
In their own way. They're stuck in it.
they're
Yeah.
stuck in their way, and like you said, it becomes almost impossible the older you get. It's like, you're not gonna, if you don't carry they usually say, or at least I've heard that, from college, the habits you develop in college will be the habits you have for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
you know
100%.
you
Yeah.
Was that true for you? Did you feel that too?
It was, yeah. Do you know what? It is to an extent, because when I got to uni, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be this person. I was gonna stick to this routine,
Yeah.
but then you get comfortable, and
Yeah.
for me, this was the situation when my mom was in there, so I had the freedom to do
Mm,
whatever I want to. So I kind of got out of that routine, and I would say only about a year and a half ago was when I got into this routine that I'm
wow.
so strict with. Like,
Wow.
eat with my mom, and I'm like, okay, it's 6 o'clock, it's time for the gym, I'm leaving. Because
Mm,
I'm so stupid that I know it's gonna benefit me
yeah,
in the future.
in the
It's
long
gonna
run.
benefit me in the long run. So I might have to make a few sacrifices now,
Yeah.
but I'm getting myself into where I want to be as, as potentially a mother in future, as a wife in future,
Yeah.
all of that.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, I would say start at university, because then also you need to set boundaries with people because of this routine you have. That's a big thing. Because I
Mm,
always say, if I had this routine as someone who was at university, I wouldn't have to. It doesn't upset people now, but sometimes people are a little bit like, "All right, you just got here, so why are you leaving?" But
yeah.
if they're already used to the routine from since, they'll be like, "Okay,
Exactly.
I already know she's gonna have to leave at this time."
Exactly.
Because also while you're setting this routine, also learn to set the boundaries with people.
Boundaries
My
of people.
time is important. I've set this time to go gym, or I'm not gonna eat a burger because I know that
Yeah.
it's gonna take me 4 hours on the
4 hours.
treadmill to lose this burger than if I just had a nice healthy meal
Yeah.
instead. So
Man, that is, I love it. I love it. And you're bringing up really good points. Again, going back to the interviews I've done before, one of the things you just mentioned was setting boundaries. That is
yeah,
a huge thing, because the people around you can destroy your journey.
they can.
They can destroy, like, they can, and then they can destroy years of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've put in years of work, or trying to, get into a regime, or, in some sense, developing, the body that you have. All it takes is for Billy, John, and Sally to come in and
1 minute,
mess it up. Have
yeah,
have have you experienced that? Have you experienced this type of, like, those type of people? Maybe you don't have to say any names, but maybe you had certain people who were just like, okay, Timmy, you're doing too much. Why
yeah.
you?
You know what? I have does do you know and it doesn't even they're not doing it maliciously. Sometimes there are
Mm,
people who are not even doing it intentionally.
facts.
But this is where it comes to staying true to yourself and
Yep.
understanding why you are on this journey and they are not. I have one of my best friends, and he wasn't even here today. He is a big gym person. Like, he is, you see him,
Mm,
he's so strong, he's so muscly, but he can eat 3 McDonald's meal or 4 meal in a minute, and
mm-hmm,
he hasn't added any weight. I feel like
mm-hmm,
sometimes even feels him to, when he
mm-hmm.
goes to the gym, he's doing more. Whereas if I eat one McDonald's meal, I know for example, for the rest of that day, I'm not going to the gym. I know
Yeah.
because I've had McDonald's, I'm sticking to McDonald's. I could probably eat McDonald's every single day for the next week.
Yeah.
But people are very different. And sometimes it's some people who are doing it maliciously. For example, I saw something online of this girl, again, people who burn metabolism different or however it works.
Mm,
She was already like quite a slim person, and
yeah.
she has very high metabolism, and so she can eat whatever she wants to. Whereas the other girl who didn't have as high metabolism as her was trying to be like eat whatever she wanted to eat,
Mm,
like her friend. But your body doesn't work the same way as your friend,
exactly. Yeah.
so you need to be very strict with how and why you're doing certain things.
Mm,
Some people might not understand why. Okay, we've gone out for a meal, and I'm here ordering a salad.
right.
It's because I know what the outcome
You know it's
and
gonna happen.
of results, what's gonna happen if I decide to eat your very beautiful, lovely burger. Trust me, I want to eat it.
Right.
But I know what outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
But again, I always say, and I said this to a couple of friends, that just because you're on a fitness journey doesn't mean you can't eat a burger or
Nice.
you can't, have a pizza. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that at all. And I see a lot of these things online, like if you eat a pizza, one slice of pizza is eating 12 apples, and I'm like,
Yeah.
anyway. But again, it's just down to how you eat things and
Moderation.
observation and how often you eat things. So yeah, no, always make sure you're strict with what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's very easy, especially like in the UK, we have probably like 3 months of summer or 3 months of sun. 3 months is a stretch, probably 2.5 months. And during summer, that's when everything happens. That's when all the fun things happen. So it's so easy. And I'm already thinking, like, this is probably like my second summer into my fitness journey, or my first summer into my fitness journey.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, like, all the things that have been planned and all the things that are happening, I just know I need to be strict with my plan and my diet and all of that. Because it's so easy to be like, oh, let's go out to a restaurant, and you end up eating your daily calories in one meal. So yeah, like, it literally takes someone asking you for one thing, and you're literally, out of that routine.
Exactly. I'm so glad. Like I said, you've pulled so many different questions out of me that I wasn't even thinking about. But your journey, like what you're going through, you can tell you're living it, because you're a lot of the things you're saying, again, even me myself, I deal with. And it's just, the aspect of you will go through the resistance, and you will go through those moments where you have people who are trying to sabotage you intentionally or unintentionally, so you, at the end of the day, have to be you have to be assured within yourself to know that you're not going to cross boundaries that you have set, or even if that's a matter of preparing, meal prepping, doing things beforehand that can help you.
Honestly, like, one thing I always make sure is, so usually on Sundays, we go to my mom's house and we sit down and we chill and hang out and just talk.
But
one thing I always do, and my mom gets very annoyed at this, at 5 o'clock, I'm going home to meal prep because I need to plan food. Because the moment I do meal prep, that's when McDonald's comes in.
Exactly.
Burger King comes in, or like, I'm just going to order Chinese for dinner today. And firstly, I've then spent, like, what I'd spend in the shop just buying food for the whole week in one meal.
In one meal.
And also, I've ordered Chinese, doesn't mean I'm filled. I'm still going to want to eat something else later on. So one thing, Saturday, 5 p.m., I'm meal prepping for the week. So, like, and to be fair, sometimes I always make sure I meal prep more, because when I do go out, I'm one of those people. I'm like, I'll just take my food with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because
it's
just stay in that routine, stay strict with yourself, because it's definitely very important.
Like I said, no, go ahead, go right ahead. I can pause this. All right, cool. So, with that said, she blew her nose, and we're back. So,
hay fever, the worst.
No, you're good. But again, you really, truly, I think, have stressed just how important it is to make sure that you, again, have those boundaries with yourself, that you stick to those boundaries, that you set those boundaries and you stick to them, because no one else is going to stick to them for you. You can't depend on anyone to stick to those boundaries for you, or you can't depend on anyone to make sure that you enforce those on yourself. But what you did, say that really stood out to me in regards to your mom was, you're the example. You're being an example for her, and then her seeing that example has helped her want to do the same thing. So I truly appreciate you saying that, because I think, just like me, a lot of other people have loved ones that, you care about their health. You want them to live a long life, but you can't make anyone
can't force one.
You can't force
to be an example. When you work on yourself, when people have seen, your results, it's not a thing where is something that can never happen because I've
Yeah,
seen you do it, so that means I can do it.
exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely you never know who you're influencing by just working on
Mm,
yourself. And little things that you do that sometimes people might not even say, "Oh, I've seen you
yeah.
do," because people find it very difficult to give
Hmm.
out.
Yeah.
But in their head, they're
Yeah.
probably thinking, "Okay, wow, she's done this, so I can do it too."
Mm,
And that's a lot of things when it comes to like people you see on social media and stuff, because a lot of times when you post things on social media, you don't realize who you're influencing and how you're impacting other people that you don't even know.
mm,
So it's when you work on yourself and you do things that are good for yourself, and you're helping little people,
yeah.
like people out, you're doing little things that can change someone's life. It just
Yeah.
takes one positive thing you say, or show your results and your before and after. I used to hate posting my before and after picture because I used to get
Mm,
so embarrassed that I actually got myself and let myself get to a certain point. But
wow.
then when you just posting that, I think I posted something on TikTok recently, and I've had that picture on my phone for so long, but it's when I see it, it just makes me feel so sad that I let myself get to that point.
Yeah.
But
Mm,
when I posted, I was like, I'm deleting TikTok. I'm not gonna see what people say because
yeah.
people say
Yeah.
horrible things. But then I got quite really nice like positive messages from people just saying, just seeing your
Thank
pictures didn't
you. Yeah.
actually do it.
Hmm.
And it's like encourage me to I'm going to the gym now. Oh yes,
Exactly.
just go.
Exactly.
Start from somewhere. Start from not
Exactly.
one place. So
Mm. Man. I love that. And that is why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
It's the same thing. I want to capture your journey, capture
yeah,
what you just shared. And it's like Timmy is doing this. She's done it. You can do it. You can do this or you can do that. It's not far-fetched. I also love again how you stress there's different body types. Not everyone looks the same. You can
yeah,
start, you probably look more like this person, but
mhm,
look where they come. You probably look
yeah,
more like this person. Look where they come. But also be content with your body shape, the way you're gonna be.
yeah,
You stress that in the beginning. Like it's the reason why people needs to showcase their journey and showcase their content is because there's people who may look just like them or similar,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
need to see that example.
yeah.
So
That's a big thing because a
mhm,
lot of times when I first started posting videos on TikTok,
mhm.
I used to always say, "There's so many people out there who post workout videos. So,
Yeah.
like, what's your little video
Well,
gonna do?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
change, one person because they'll rather go to that person or come to you. But
Mm,
you just don't know how your one video can just change. It could be you don't even need to have like thousands of people following you. I don't have a
mhm,
lot of people follow me, but when I realized that, do you know what, this person sent me this nice message about you've actually encouraged me to do. That's what I do it for because I like to see people who are my videos are making a difference. And I
mm,
always say to when people message me, I'm happy to talk
mm,
to you for hours. I'm happy to
mm,
discuss with you how you want. I'm not a qualified personal trainer, but
mm.
I know how it worked for me.
Yeah,
And I always say it might not work for you, but I'm happy to discuss with you how I got to where I am.
exactly.
So yeah, everyone's body is not the same, but having someone who's on there that looks like you is definitely
Mm,
something encouraging to see
mm.
on social media. Yeah.
So facts. Timmy, when you are, let's say you're in your bed,
Hmm.
there's days where you have a runny nose or you have a stuffy nose.
All of summer.
and like you just don't feel like doing much of anything. You're like, man, I don't feel like getting out of my bed. I don't feel like talking to anybody. The friends are calling you don't want to talk to them. You don't even probably want to go to the gym.
No.
You don't want to meal prep anything.
Hmm.
On those days where you're feeling that way, what would you say would be like three things that you use to help pull you out of bed, help get you out of bed, and to help you continue to keep doing what you're doing? What would be
Yeah.
those three things?
Do you know what? I was thinking about that recently. I was thinking about that on Saturday actually because I had
Wow.
those days.
Mm,
And one of the first things I will always say, there's nothing wrong with if you're having one of those days, stay there.
facts.
There's
Facts.
absolutely nothing wrong. On Saturday, I literally was like, "Yep, I'm staying in bed. I'm not going anywhere today. I can't. If there's no point in doing something and I don't want to do it."
Yeah.
I'm a very stubborn person. If I don't want to do, I'm not doing it. So
I'm same way.
yeah, I'm not doing it. Sorry, not today. But one of the three things, because obviously you can have those days a lot, and you can't just say, do you know what, today I'm going to stay in bed and end up staying in bed.
Yeah.
One of the things the main thing I do is, again, because I'm so stuck in this routine, that come 6 o'clock, whether I am exhausted or my body just automatically knows it's time to go to the gym. For some weird reason, it will find energy from somewhere because it's so used to going to the gym at that time. And also, it's just about talking yourself into it, knowing why am I going to gym? Why am I in this process? Why am I doing this? I can be extremely upset and just be in a really bad mood. I just want to stay in bed. But what I've realized, because I'm in this routine and I'm motivated, is that I actually sometimes feel a lot better when I go to the gym. I can go to the gym and I'll spend 2 hours in the gym, and I've come back and I'm just like, I actually feel a lot better.
Yeah.
If I had stayed in bed and, laid there in my self-pity doing. And knowing me, if I am staying in bed, I'm gonna go get some cookies and I'll end up eating my sorrows and eating, being sad. So yeah, it's understanding, do you know what? Sometimes it is better to just, get up and do things. And a lot of the time, even if I am upset and I'm in feeling sorry for myself, doesn't necessarily have to be going to the gym.
Yeah.
To be going on a walk.
Yeah.
And I'll end up going on a walk, and I use that as a space to think. Have a headphones in. I could be, time flies so much. I'll be
so fast.
3-4 hours. I'm like, I have been walking. Where am I walking?
Right. Yeah.
You've been walking for so long.
You come to America. You end up in America.
Yeah. I've been walking for so long. Like, where am I going to? So that's another thing. It doesn't always have to be going to the gym and running on a treadmill and doing 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. It's just being out in an open space and just doing little things that would, get you into a better mindset and stuff like that. And I'll say the third thing I do sounds so sad. The third thing I'll do is I have quite a close group with me, and that's from my mom to some of my best friends. When I feel sad and I'm feeling down, I don't feel like going to the gym, I don't feel like working hard, I will speak to them, because sometimes a lot of people, they know you sometimes better than you know yourself. So it might not even be like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, I'm just feeling lazy. And they'll be like, Temi, get yourself to the gym. There's nothing wrong with you. Stop pretending, go to the gym.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, actually, I was just trying to be lazy. There's nothing wrong with me.
Facts.
I just really bothered. So, and then, having a good group around you who always encourage you. I think I'm quite lucky and blessed to have those type of people around me. So.
Man. That was a dope response. Like this, especially the last thing you said, the support group. Yeah. That right there is something a lot of people underestimate.
Yeah.
They don't. It's a big thing. Yeah. It's a big thing. Like you can't, we wasn't born or put on this earth alone. Exactly. That's why I love the TikTok community, the fitness community, the fitness on TikTok. There,
supportive. Crazy. Sometimes I feel like I've known these people, like I know them face to face, because like they will send me like random messages like, "Oh wow, well done, I've seen them." I was like, "Wow, right." You guys are actually pretty cool.
It's like on Instagram, that's actually was my issue. I would think that a lot of people on Instagram are robots. You get a lot of spam and like a lot of that stuff, like people hitting you up in the DM saying, oh, I want to let me help you grow your viewers. So it's like I don't need all that.
Follow me to get 500 followers. I don't know how.
Right, but on TikTok, like I'm telling you, get actual messages from people, and they're just from people, and they're like, hey, I enjoyed, like I just got it a few days ago from this one guy, and he was like, I enjoy your interviews, man. They're great, they're inspiring. It's like, wow, this is an actual person, and so that support, that camaraderie makes you keep going, makes you want to keep pushing stuff out, so you emphasizing that last perspective, the support group,
it's a big thing.
It's a big thing. That's one thing I definitely wanted to make sure I emphasize, because a lot of people on their fitness journey, they're even afraid to post on social media. They're even afraid to. What makes that? This being one of my last questions. What makes that so easy for you? I see you're all over the gym posting, and your phone look like it'd be everywhere. Like,
Oh, well, I get quite a lot of anxiety posted on social media.
wow.
I actually, you might, 1 second, hold on.
Yeah.
I had to sniff, so I
No, you
muted that.
good. You're good. You good. You could have did that. You could have did
I'm the only one hearing about that sniff.
it.
um, no, I actually get quite a lot of anxiety posted on social media, even not
Wow.
just even on TikTok, on like my personal Instagram.
Wow.
I remember there was a time where I said to my friends, we went out on a meal, and I took some really nice pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
I just didn't want to post them because I was just getting too in my head. I was like, what if no one likes them? You know, it's that kind of world, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, but do you know what? Sometimes you just have to realize we live in a social media world. People post all the time. So there's nothing wrong with me posting, someone else can post.
Facts.
What are you gonna do? You're not gonna beat me up for posting a picture. If you
Right.
like it, unfollow me. If you don't want to see it, I'll block you.
Facts.
Fine. You know,
Facts.
one thing I always say I don't do is negative comments. If you have anything negative to say, I will block you before you even post that comment. I don't tolerate that. On
Yeah.
social. But when it comes to like gym content,
Yeah.
there were two girls in my gym who I became good friends with who also have gym TikToks. And I always see them with the tripods in the gym.
Yeah.
They don't care if they're in your way.
Tripods.
They will put a tripod there and they would film what they need to film. And I was like, I love this. I love your confidence.
That's dope. That is.
I was like, I literally had to ask them like, how did she literally see her like on screen, like, on her phone, then she'll go up, see if she's in the camera, then she'll go like it was a lot. And I had to ask her like what got you, how are you so confident?
Yeah.
Because we're in a public gym. So
Right.
it's not a private gym, so it's a public gym. So how, what gives you that confidence? And she was just like, I have to do what I have to do. She was like, we all pay to come to this gym. If they have a problem with it, she was like, I don't put anyone in my videos. If there's someone in the background, I'll blur them out.
Yeah.
So when I started getting positive comments from people about, my changes and stuff, and I was like, I would like to share this with other people. I like other people to see that anyone can lose weight, anyone could, get the body type they wanted to and all of that.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, I'm the same. You see me with my little tripod?
I don't care. Right.
I will do it. Another thing is I always keep my TikTok and my Instagram very separate. So you will never see me posting gym stuff on
I saw that. Yeah.
I keep my Instagram page to, going out and, pictures of me going out.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave my TikTok to gym
Goodness.
stuff and all of that, because people on my Instagram who have followed me from like back in the day, they might not care about seeing me in the gym.
Yeah.
And whereas my TikTok is quite a new platform,
Yeah.
so I know the people who follow me on there are literally specific to gym content.
Yeah.
So I keep that separate, so I know what I need to post on what platform as well.
Yeah.
So that's I might post it on my story, like, on my Instagram story,
Right.
but I will post it in detail on TikTok. And if you want to see it, then you could you go there and check.
Exactly. And I saw too that you have like the bubble categories where you have gym. I saw that. Yeah. I like that. That is dope. You have some dope content too. Like, I mean, yeah, your content is dope. Like your personal pictures on Instagram, dope. You already know you slaying it. But then on TikTok too, your content is really dope, and your physique is crazy dope. Like,
yeah,
you're exactly right when you say that not a lot of people have your type of physique. But there's a lot of, like I said, going back to just, I guess like different people in different shapes and sizes that you do see on TikTok and social media in general. I think it's just amazing. It's amazing how many people are. It's like the pandemic. I don't know what happened, but it was like the pandemic brought everybody's bodies. They're out, like it's just showing, and I mean, it is really impressive. It's like, what the heck is everybody got glutes? Everybody got glutes.
Everyone's got a big bum. Everyone's got balls. I love it. I'm like, it's nice to see, because again, it goes back to doing your research. So I always say, and I didn't know this when I started doing gym content, or not gym content, when I started going to the gym, that how important it is to work on your back if you want a small waist. When I found that out, I probably do like upper body 3-4 times a week.
Wow.
because I'm like,
Wow.
so this is what I need to do to,
Exactly. To get
get
the
the
tone.
physique I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, I used to do abs all the time before I lost weight. And I was like, where are my abs? Because
Yeah.
yeah, but now that I realized that, you doing abs when you have,
Body fat.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you're wasting your time. You're just hurting your
Exactly.
stomach.
You're hiding your stomach. Yeah, you're hiding
Yeah,
it. It's in.
you need to lose the weight first. And one of the biggest things I learned that, do you know what? It makes a lot of sense, but I didn't realize that when I was trying to lose weight is you can't spot reduce your fat. Like you will literally lose fat from wherever. So I might have lost weight on my stomach and I've lost weight on my back. But for example, I still have fat in my arm and I'm working on that still to
But
lose
it's
the
your
weight.
body. Your body. Yeah.
It's my body. So
Body.
like it's just where my body decides to lose fat from. So sometimes when I speak to people on TikTok and they say, I want to lose weight on my stomach the same way you have, and have. I'm like, you can't choose where you lose.
You
You
can't
can't choose.
choose.
You can only do things to help certain parts of your body. For example, eat more protein. That will help you, burn fat more, or incorporate lifting weights and stuff that helps you, and doing stuff that helps with your core a lot. But just saying, I'm going to lose fat on my stomach. You're wasting. Like you're
Yeah, you're
wasting.
just wasting your time. And
Yeah.
I just learned that out like probably like a year ago when
Yeah.
I learned that when I was interviewing a person. I was
Yeah.
interviewing a guy. He was like, "Yeah, don't you Trey? You can't spike dudes fat." I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
Yeah.
You know how many people are lying, like, and telling people.
I know on TikTok and stuff. Oh, this is what you need to do to get abs, and like, no, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, you can literally do 100 crunches a day, and nothing happens because you need to remove the layer of fat first. And you can do. I said this to my mom actually because she was like, I just want to lose my stomach, and I was like, you can do 2 hours on the treadmill every single day, but you only lose weight on your arm. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
You need to do be consistent and do certain
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Exactly.
But to be fair, there are certain things that do help. So I learned a lot that the Stairmaster is quite good for trying to, because when I learned more about my body, I realized I didn't actually want to be skinny. So the Stairmaster doesn't necessarily make you lose fat, but it tones your body up. That's what I started doing. I was like, oh, me and Stairmaster were going to be best friends. Now I'm always on the Stairmaster because I'm not trying to lose fat. I'm not trying to be skinny anymore.
Right.
I'm trying to be healthy and I'm trying to tone my body and be stronger. So now, gym, I'm on the Stairmaster every single time.
Oh man, I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, I see the results. I see it.
Thank you.
I do. You're like I said, again, it's there's thickness there, but then there's also muscularity. You have muscularity, and especially in your lower body, like you can definitely tell where you focus and where your strengths are. It's dope. It's completely dope. Like, don't stop posting. Don't be shy to post because people need to see it. People need to see it. It's inspiration. In terms of
last thing I'll say about this is genetics plays a really big part as well.
Yep.
Because even at my heaviest time, I still had a big bum. It's just that it just wasn't as attractive as it would look if I lost weight. So
genetics.
That's a big thing. It's a massive, massive, massive thing.
You get it from your mama. You get it from your mama.
My mom, my mom, she's has added a lot of weight, but one thing she hasn't lost is her bum. So it's genetics, and it's a lot about just the way you were born and what God gave you. So
exactly.
You always work things, but genetics is a big
hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, nothing come close to the Black women. Like our people, they can't, they can try to get that, but it's genetics for us. I'm just like
it's genetics.
But with your content going forward, what can your followers and let's say my followers who are listening to this, who are going to follow you, y'all definitely make sure y'all go follow her. What can they expect from your content moving forward in terms of your fitness content, things of that nature?
Yeah. I'll say I'm still working on what I want to post. And I'm trying to, focus on a niche rather than just trying to, be attractive to everyone.
Yep.
So focus on, people who might need me more. But I'll say going forward, what I'm gonna start posting is certain things in terms of diets. because I think people don't realize how important what you eat.
That's
Um,
good. That's good.
because I could sit here and talk, oh yeah, losing weight
Mm,
70% of what you eat, but then I'm only posting gym content. So
mm,
if I want to do actually help people, it's the process of what do I need to eat and what
facts.
type of lifestyle do I need to eat to have
Facts.
to get to where I want to be. So I think going forward is a lot of what you eat because you are what you eat. So eat good
Mm,
food. That's going to help you out in general. And then another thing I want to start posting is um a lot of gym errors because I've noticed that a lot of times in gym, and up to now, even I'm quite confident in gym,
yeah.
I still make quite a lot of errors in gym. For example, people only post them with perfect selves.
Yeah.
People don't show you how they got to where they are and
Mm-mm.
failures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So on my camera roll, I have a lot of times where I'm squatting and I failed,
Yeah.
and or I'm trying to lift something, or I'm trying to teach people the right form, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling myself. So I want to be as real with people as I can. When
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't just go to gym and you're perfect and you're lifting
Not at
100.
all. Yeah. Yeah.
You need to work to it. There are times where you fail. I
Yeah.
fail quite a lot. I
Mm-hmm.
posted this on my Instagram the other day. I was trying to do my first unassisted pull up.
Mm,
Failed, and I had a
yeah.
tantrum in the gym. I was
Did
so
you record it? Did you record it?
yeah, it's on my Instagram story, but not on my TikTok, but it's on my
Okay,
Instagram.
I'm gonna go check
Yeah.
that out. I gotta go see that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
had like a little tantrum in the gym. I was like, oh no, I'm going home, I'm not doing this anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then you see everyone else, doing their pull-ups by
Yeah.
themselves. I'm like, oh, why can't I do it? So
Mhm.
yeah, so trying to be as real as possible with people
Love
because
that.
you don't just wake up and be perfect at gym. Everyone
Not at
makes
all.
even when you are like a personal trainer or the professional,
Mhm.
they still fail. They still
Exactly.
yeah. So
Mm.
and I'll say lastly, I've started training towards doing Olympic lifting. So
Mm.
that's something that people might start seeing on my content if, you
Wow.
know, if I am successful in it, it's Olympic lifting as well. So
Olympic lifting. My goodness. Woo. So you up in the bar.
I'm
You up in
trying.
the bar.
Trying.
Yeah. No, you
That's
are.
how people do it, and I just find it really really cool. So
Yeah.
also a thing that I don't see a lot of females do it, but I feel like it's professional weightlifters who do it. Whereas
Yeah.
I'm just another girl in the gym just trying to better herself. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and start posting some Olympic lifting content as well.
That's dope. Dope. Straight dope. I mean, like I said, y'all, if y'all following me, y'all better go follow her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I interview, when I bring them on here, again, I'll say it time again. I'm never bringing anybody on here who doesn't have a story or something to share. Temi has given us so much here. You have poured out your in a sense your life journey
Yeah.
throughout this fitness journey that you've been on, and just the struggles, the trials, the tribulations, and then the things to come. I'm excited about what's to come. This is you, and you,
Try to.
yeah, you
Yeah.
say you've only been on this journey for how long? You said
A year?
a year.
Yeah. So it's
What
like
the
since
heck?
I started seeing the difference in my body, so I'll say a year that I've actually, confidently seen changes and in my body. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's such a small amount of time. You know what I'm
Really.
saying? So the things you've accomplished in this small amount of time, the physique you have in this amount of time, like I'm actually going to go back and see some of your befores and afters. Like I'm actually curious if you could send me that video or where you
Yeah, I'll
posted
send
that.
it to you. It's on
Yeah,
TikTok. Yeah.
send that to
So
me. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I'll always say like again, I've been working in the gym for my whole life, but
yeah.
once I actually understood my body and did the research, that's
Mm.
it's been over a year that I've actually said, okay, this is what I need to do to get to what I want to do.
Wow.
And so again, to people who are watching,
Mm-hmm.
it might have taken me a year, but it might take you 6 months, it might take you 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
it might take you. So again,
Mm-hmm.
don't compare yourself to other people. A year might seem like such a small time, but then if you think back to what I have been doing in the past, which is still
Facts.
been doing and trying to lose weight,
Facts.
it's been a long time.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer because I know you gotta blow your nose.
Just because I was so
Right?
happy.
I knew it. I knew it. I caught it. I was like, she gotta go. Wait, you want me to pause it? I can pause it.
No. I heard you snips. I was like, oh yeah, he's got it.
All right. All right, so to just tie it up, let me ask this question here, and that is, if this was your last day on Earth, you were going to get abducted by aliens or something, and you had, this was the last piece of content that you had, that you were going to post on social media. When people come across your content, whether it's Instagram or TikTok, things of that nature, what message would you want them to take from your content the most? What would be your sole message that you hope someone takes when they see your content? I told you to blow your nose. I told you. You should have blown it.
I would say what I want people to get out of my content is, I think I've said this the entire time we've been talking, is firstly, do not compare yourself to other people. Always, 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 always back yourself and trust in your own process and trust in your own journey, because this life we live is such a short life. And if you're always focusing on other people and focusing on other things, you're taken away from your own joy. So focus on yourself, trust in your own process, trust in your own journey, because it's different for everybody. There's a reason why, if we were all meant to be the same, we'll all have the same lives, all have the same life. And another thing I'll say, I would love for people to, if I was abducted by aliens, that I want people to see on my page is confidence in different body types. So that's another thing. Be confident in how you look. You don't have to look like I'm such a big Rihanna fan, and I always wanted to look like Rihanna. But just because I don't look like her doesn't make me less of a fan than someone who looks exactly like her.
Yeah.
So trust in how you look, love how you are, love yourself, because ultimately your self-love is the confidence you need to do whatever you want to do. So that's a big thing. Love yourself. Like, no one is going to back you the way you back yourself. And that's what I've learned. It could be your partner, it could be your mom, it could be your best friend. No one loves you and backs you the way you can back yourself. So those are my two things.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Temi, where can people find you? On what platforms are you on? Where can they follow you? And then of those platforms, where can they reach out or DM you if they want to?
Yeah, so I'll say for fitness stuff, TikTok. That's where only fitness and TikTok. I might post some stupid videos, but TikTok is where you get mainly fitness stuff, self-love, confidence type of things. And then Instagram, but Instagram, there's no fitness on there. It's just me, my life. I hardly ever post on there. So yeah.
Awesome. Again, Temi, I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for allowing me again to capture your story, to share your journey, and to extract such an amazing story. And not only that, it was just filled with a whole bunch of what I like to call golden nuggets that I can pull out when I cut my snippets out. I was already thinking about what I'm gonna cut out. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely gonna get the sniff, the blowing the nose. I'm gonna cut one of those out. I'm gonna cut one of those out for sure. But but it was so many other things you also touched on that was just golden. Yeah. So thank you again for that, man. Again, y'all, make sure thank you. Show her some love, y'all. If you're my followers, head over there, follow her, comment underneath her stuff, DM her, because obviously she's willing to talk. She talked to me for this long.
I remember you just asked me a question about where they can find me. I forgot to answer the question.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
No, anyone can DM me on TikTok or Instagram. My Instagram is private, but if you message me, I'm a very nice person. I'll always respond to people anyway. So
awesome. Yeah. And she did. She responded to me right away. And that again shows the type of character that she does have to be willing to come on here and share her journey. So reach out to her, follow her, support her, ask questions, get into her mind a bit, and just know more about her. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone else that also needs to see this journey and hear this journey, this amazing journey. As well, make sure you, again, follow her on all of her social medias. Everything will be down in the description of the YouTube video. So when I post an official interview, which you'll be watching this when I do, it's down below in the description. So everything you need in terms of her content or contact is below. But with that said, man, I want to leave the final message off to you, Temi. Anything else you got to say?
I can't think of anything else to say besides again, just always trust in your process. Everyone's process is different. Trust in yourself and be consistent in your journey. So
awesome. And with that said, guys, we're out. Until next time. Peace.